Harry was speaking ahead of the opening match of the season. How's the week been ahead of the Wimbledon game?
Yeah, it's been good. Still been tough, especially at the start of the week and that. I think to get a load in, and now it's just these next 2 days focusing on Saturday, getting us right and getting us prepared. But I think all lads are ready to go as well. It gets to that point over pre-season where you just want the competitive games to start. So yeah.
It's one of the quirks of the fixture list that the first game of this season is exactly the same as the last game of last season. What sort of challenge are you expecting from Wimbledon on Saturday?
Yeah, it was strange that. I think when the fixtures come out, it was one of them things. I think there isn't too much to take away from the previous game. I think obviously it was end of the season. We both were in a position where we couldn't really go up or down. So yeah, there's a lot of. I'm sure there'll be a lot more sort of at it. They've got changed a few players, and so have we. So yeah, we've just got to take maybe confidence from it. But yeah, it'll be a completely different challenge, and we just focus on ourselves really.
And obviously all of the coaching team will do everything they can to prepare you for a game, but obviously there's not as much to look at in terms of game footage for a team when you go into the opening game. Does that make it a bit more challenging to prepare for the game, or does it just make it more straightforward?
Yeah, possibly, whatever way you want to look at it. That I'm sure. Well, we've seen clips through pre-season, so usually pre-season is still a good indicator because of the work on things that they want to do in the season. Same with us. So we've got clips through that, so we sort of have an idea of how they play. But yeah, at the end of the day, you can prepare all you want, look at as many clips, but it's when you cross that white line, and our mentality and our attitude to the game as well is probably more important.
And just reflecting on pre-season, what's it been like for you having a proper pre-season compared to last summer?
Yeah, it has been strange, to be fair. Well, a bit different. Like last summer was just a bit of a whirlwind. We had sort of the hangover from the promotion, and yeah, it was quick. I didn't mind it because it was a short pre-season, but also we had a short break. So yeah, it's been quite a long while from that Wimbledon game, the last game of the season, to now this one. So yeah, it's been a really good pre-season now. New lads introduced. We just getting great. It's a sort of good bond between us, and yeah, we've picked up a lot of things quite quickly, I think, and training's been good, so we just want to show that in competitive games, because like I say, we've had decent pre-season results. Probably we could have maybe turned them into a bit better, but it was the way we sort of played. I think we're quite happy with how we've been performing, so we just need to turn that into points now in these proper games, and that's the mentality.
And obviously there's been a fair few new faces coming in the summer. The Spain camp especially would have been great for team bonding, wasn't it? Yeah,
it was. It was a really good week, to be fair. We had obviously 2 games and then training in between, and a good. Yeah, so we did bonding things on the evenings, and yeah, it was a really good setup. We was in sort of one place throughout it all, really, which was good. It was nice and convenient for the lads, and yeah, it was great to see the fans come out as well. So yeah, it was as trips goes. I haven't done too many in my time, but yeah, it was seemed like a successful one and an enjoyable one as well.
And in terms of this last week of pre-season, it started with the open day on Monday. What was it like being among the fans again for the open training session?
Yeah, exactly. That's great. It's good for them to see the new lads and see what we're about in training as well. And yeah, it's just to keep sort of the club in contact with the fans at all times. Community days. There's so many kids now coming down. So many kids wanting signatures. And I'm sort of proud of Grimsby Town Football Club. So it's our duty to obviously show that on the pitch and get the town buzzing again. So that's how it happens, by winning games. So that's our focus. But yeah, days like that are important for football clubs, especially clubs like ours.
And just one final one, it might be putting you on the spot a little bit. We asked a few of the lads what the favourite thing about the opening day of the season was. What's yours?
Yeah, what you touched on, the fans, competitive games. It all matters. It's all about the 3 points, and getting that winning feeling is the best thing in football, really. And if you're in a winning team that's doing that week in, week out, and it all gets everyone lifted on that first game of the season. So yeah, hopefully winning the game of football.